If you're an indie game developer who watches my content, I am psyched to announce the Big Fry Dev Jam taking place from April 3rd to April 10th over on itch.io. Join us for a week-long game jam that teaches you about design, project scope, and so much more. The link to the sign-up page is down below, and make sure to join our Discord to be in the know for everything related to the jam. All right, so on the heels of my last video on Battlefield 6 and my criticisms of the drip feed content of Season 2 and all of the criticisms there, the one thing I couldn't talk about is the new map called Contaminated, because I had already played it and I was under embargo. This map is one of the highlights of an otherwise lackluster season, and Battlefield had invited a bunch of creators and journalists to a playtest last week to get their first look at the new map. And it's another medium-sized map. We're going to talk about that in a little bit, but it's actually a pretty solid entry into the overall Battlefield 6 map pool. Before we get into the meat and potatoes, I've been noticing a lot of people saying that YouTube has been unsubscribing them from my channels. I've been noticing a lot of weird shit with the YouTube algorithm. So if you guys can, leave a like on the video and leave a comment down below with your guys' thoughts on Season 2 of Battlefield 6. I've been fighting back against YouTube's bullshit for fucking years now, but for the last 6 months or so, it's been fucking ridiculous. So I appreciate you guys watching. And yeah, so I got early access to test out Contaminated, and I think it's a pretty cool map. It has a bunch of cool points of interest and routes between conquest points, including a series of trenches leading from this large like aircraft hangar area. It takes you through a forest with a bunch of different like twist and turn pathways leading between rocks, trees, and other hilltops. There's a large satellite dish that sits on top of a series of underground bunkers, some of those areas that actually allow vehicles to kind of run through, and then branches off into smaller linear hallways. It gives me some Operation Metro vibes, like in the interiors of that area, and that underground interior kind of makes up the middle area of the map. And then on the other side, there's a nice cliffside view of a more urban area with multiple story houses and town streets and a bunch of, buildings to kind of fight in between. The main gimmick of this map is, I believe it's called the VH7 gas that seeps around some of these interior bunker areas. And if you spend too much time in the gas without a mask on, you start to hallucinate. Your player sounds become distorted, and you start to see ghost players running around you. You can slip on a gas mask, but it does have a limited time use that recharges over time while you aren't using it. It's a cool little mechanic that I really hope doesn't get spammed too much in future maps, and it kind of gives me an insight into what that limited time game mode is going to be when Season 2 launches. Season 2 is also bringing quite a few new weapons to the game. I was able to use one of them during this playtest called the VCR2. And honestly, I'm not the big like gun guy talking about different builds and stuff, but the gun did feel good. It sounded good. It has a little bit too much recoil for my for my liking, but it's okay. I mean, it's a new gun, so I'm not a big helicopter flyer. It was nice to see the little bird in there. I actually was in there against Level Cap, who was fucking destroying my team in the first game with the little bird, and he single-handedly made me become an engineer in that game just to continually take him out from the ground. It's cool. Again, I'm not a helicopter player, so I don't really have an opinion on it, but it's nice to see new vehicles. Contaminated features play spaces for every type of player, unless you fly jets, because in every round I played, I don't think jets are in this map. I never saw a single one anywhere, just the new Little Bird, as well as other choppers, and then you have the ground vehicles. I was doing a quick little look. It's about 550 meters from where we spawned to the furthest capture point away we were playing Conquest. So we're still dealing with another ground war style map, which is definitely unfortunate. With the rumor that Hagentel Base is an infantry-only experience, that's the second map coming in Season 2, this is yet another season without those really large-scale maps, which sucks, and it's exactly what I predicted a few months ago. I actually enjoyed my limited time on this map, but I found myself going like, man, this really feels like Call of Duty and less like Battlefield. I saw someone say that this game has a lot of battle, but not a lot of field, and I think that fits perfectly for what we're seeing with these map designs. If you're a fan of the current state of Battlefield 6, this map will feel like a perfect fit into the current map pool rotation. And I still want to play more, but I was left feeling like this is one of the best maps within the current pool. I'm still waiting to play more at the launch of Season 2 just to get more time in and also get a better judgment call once we start seeing like the actual Battlefield community get in there. We can start to really test the balance. We can see if there's any sort of choke points that need to be examined. We'll get a better gauge as to where this map ranks, but for the short time I was in there, I had some fun, but I just kind of knew like if this is the big highlight, this season's gonna be shit. I'm just gonna say it. If this is like the sole thing that I think you could take out of this season and this roadmap that actually is good, that's unfortunate because I still feel like this map has a lot to be desired. I want these maps to be bigger. I want them to be more expansive. I want to see that all-out warfare experience. Like, I think for me, I'm waiting to see what Season 3 brings, because I don't think these maps are, like, it can be good. It can be, you know, a great medium ground war style experience, and that's awesome. But if Season 3 doesn't bring any more like expansive maps with all-out warfare, jets, helicopters, and everything in between, I think that's pretty much gonna be it for me. So I'm hoping for the best moving forward. I'm hoping that gives them enough time to actually innovate and you know, do something. A lot of people are clamoring for large scale maps, and we don't want this ADHD like meat grinder experience. And there are some aspects of this map that get that. There are other aspects that are a little bit more open that allows that breathing room. But for the most part, it's still a very much ground war sized experience that looks really good. I love the outdoor day maps. I think they look fucking fantastic, and this map is no stranger to that. The forest areas, it's lush, it's green. I think visually it looks fucking awesome. And honestly, for the most part, for that ground war experience, from what I saw, it plays pretty well and has a bunch of different routes for players to kind of maneuver around the map, and it feels good. Anyways, I am done yapping. Ladies and gentlemen, I think when this video drops, Season 2 will be coming out like 24 hours from now. So I think you guys are going to be seeing this on the 16th. I'll have to read the paper again. But shout out to Battlefield for at least inviting somebody who I think has been a little bit more critical of their moves post-launch to at least try out the new content, and then to be able to just talk freely about what I like, what I don't. I think the map is good. I think the overall season is a swing and a miss for a lot of people. But at least I can highlight something good about, you know, what's coming down the pipe here. I just hope that we can continually see some better changes, more balancing between the vehicles and the infantry and the air to ground gameplay, and just there's so many things that this game still needs to focus on. And I don't know. I think this game launched maybe a year or two early. Now seeing the problems that are cropping up, as well as seeing the problems that they're having with delivering a pretty solid live service, I think player expectations are a lot higher than what the studio expected or what they could possibly deliver in the current time period. So, and let me know what you guys think down below. Are you excited for Season 2? Are you excited after watching the video? Are you pumped to try it out? How are we feeling going into the Season 2 launch? I have a feeling that a lot of people are in the same boat as me, where it's like, we're going to see what this one has to offer, and then we're going to wait and see what Season 3 has. And if we keep seeing Battlefield fumble, we're just going to go elsewhere. I think that's where I'm at, but I want to know your guys' thoughts. While you're down there leaving a comment, leave a like on the video, subscribe for more FPS gameplay. I want to keep covering Battlefield. I'm increasingly finding more and more reasons to not play the game, or when I do come back, I can play for like a night. But as somebody who's really looking for a shooter to grind and hang my hat on, Battlefield just isn't really hitting the mark for me right now. My name is BigfryTV. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you on the next one.